So now let's go through the example that's in your instructions to combine these two facets together. First, how the priorities of the schools are determined, and then how it's used to determine the final assignment. Okay. So in this example, schools A, B, C, and D, the neighborhood student of school A is 1. And so remember again, the neighborhood student always has highest priority. So the student with highest priority at A is 1. The neighborhood student of B is 2. The neighborhood student of C is 3. And the neighborhood student of D is 4. And so again, the neighborhood student always has highest priority at the school. Okay? So now for A, the next thing we look at after the neighborhood student is who ranks the school highest. So for A, 3 and 4 rank A highest. Next we look at the lottery number. 3 is a higher lottery number. So after 1, the next highest student is 3, then 4, and finally 2 is last. Okay? For school B, student 3 ranks B highest. So the neighborhood student always has highest priority, that's 2. The next student that ranks it highest is 3. Then 2, that's 2 is the neighborhood student, but then we consider 4 ranks it third, whereas 1 ranks it last. So 4 will have the third highest priority because it ranks it higher than 1 does, and 1 will have the lowest priority. So for C, the neighborhood student is 3, and 3 has the highest priority. Next we look between 1, 2, and 4, who ranks C the highest. And so 1 ranks C third, 2 ranks C last, 4 ranks C last. And so 3 is the neighborhood students, 3 has the highest priority. 1 ranks C highest of 1, 2, and 4, so 1 has the second highest priority. 2 and 4 rank C the same, so now we go to the tiebreaker, and 2 is a higher tiebreaker than 4. So 2 is ranked next, and 4 has the lowest priority. Okay. D, the neighborhood student, is 4. Now we look at 1, 2, and 3. Both 1 and 2 rank D the highest. 1 is a higher lottery number, so 1 is ranked next. 2 ranks C higher than 3 does, so 2 is next, and 3 is last. Okay. So now we have the preferences of the students here, and we've figured out what the priorities of the schools are. And so we're going to go through the process of each student applies to their favorite school. So 1 and 2 apply to D, 3 and 4 apply to A. So each school looks at this, holds on to the student with the highest priority and rejects the other student. So A considers 3, which is second highest priority, and 4, which is third highest priority. So it's going to hold on to 3 and reject 4. So you can think 4 has been rejected from A. Okay. So next we look at D. 1 and 2 have applied to D. So 1 has higher than priority than 2. So D is going to reject 2 and hold on to 1. Okay. So the students who are rejected apply to their next favorite school. So 4 is rejected from A, so its next favorite school is D. So 4 is going to apply to D, so D will have 2 applications here. It's holding on to 1, and 4 is going to apply to it. 2, which is rejected by D, now applies to A. And so A has 2 applications, 3 and 2. So A looks, and 3 is higher priority than 2 does, and so that means A is going to reject 2. D considers, well, 4 is the highest priority at D, 1 is lower priority, so D is going to reject 1 and hold on to 4. Okay? So 2 has been rejected first by D, next by A. So D applies to his next favorite school, which is B. 1 has been rejected by D, which was his top choice, so it applies to his next favorite choice, which is A. And finally, D is still holding on to 4. So these are the applications in the third round. The only school that has 2 applications is A, which is holding on to 3, and now has an application from 1. Well, 1 is highest priority at A, and so 1 applies, is going to get A, and 3 is going to get rejected. And so 3 which was A was 3's top choice, now applies to his second favorite choice, and so which is B. So 1's being held on to by A, 2 and 3 are applying to B, and D is holding on to 4. So we look at B, 2 is the highest priority, 3 is going to be rejected. So 3 is rejected by B. So it's applied to A, B applies to his next favorite school, which is C. So 1 is applying to A, 2 is applying to B, 3 now applies to C, and 4 is applying to D. And so now there's no rejections in this round because there's only one student applying to each school. And so this is our assignment. 1's assigned to A, 2 is assigned to B, 3 is assigned to C, and 4 is assigned to D. So now let's go through the other 9 questions on the questionnaire. And so question number 2 is, how many computer participants are in your group in the setting of 4 schools? And so that's 11 other computer participants. So there's a total of 12 students applying to 4 schools. You are one of the students, and there are 11 other computer participants. Question number 3 is, true or false, none of the other people in this room are in your group? And the answer to this is true. The other people in your group are just computer participants. The people here are participating in a completely different example. So question number 4 is, true or false, a student who lives in a school's district and ranks the school first has higher priority than a student who does not live in the district and ranks the school first? And the answer to this is true. So again, the most important priority, the first thing is, are you a district student or not? And so the student who's a district student who ranks first will be ranked higher than the student who's not a district student. Question number 5 says, suppose that student 1's district school is C and student 2's district school is D. If student 1 ranks school C second on our list and student 2 ranks school C first on his list, which student has higher priority at school C? Okay. So the answer to this is student 1, because again, the district student always has highest priority at a school. And so in this case, since student 2 is not a district student and student 1 is a district student at C, that means student 1 has higher priority at C than student 2. Question number 6 is, true or false, your lottery number is the same for the entire 32 periods? That is false, it changes each period. Question number 7, true or false, whether or not you are shown your lottery number, it is always a number between 0, lowest priority, and 1, highest priority, with each number being equally likely. And that is true. Question number 8, true or false, you'll be shown how many of the computer participants rank each school first in each period. This is true. Each time we'll show you how many of the computer participants rank a school first. Number 9 says, true or false, you can be assigned to a school that gives you fewer points than your district school. And this is false. You're always guaranteed to get into your district school because you have the highest priority at the district school. So no matter where you rank it, you're never going to get a school that's worse than your district school. Finally, question number 10 says, true or false, your district school changes from period to period. And this is false. Your district school will always be the same. Right. If you have any questions, please ask the attendant. Otherwise, thank you very much for participating in this experiment. And